Okay, once you have gotten this far, you should have everything with deep, dark lines around it and a little bit of shading after it. You're going to blend all of this in. Don't worry about getting the rest of it full of color. You're just going to blend with your finger. Don't worry about the outside edge. We'll work on that later. Your next one is you're going to make some more lines. I like using French curls because it allows me to keep my boundary as to where I'm putting everything. See how that works? And that way I'm not gonna go over, and you just stay right inside these little lines. And you go your own direction. I'll be back when I finish mine. Okay, now once you've finished making your lines, you're going to darken the edge of each piece. You decide what piece stays closer to the top. And then you just darken your edges. Once you've gotten that, you rub it, and you're going to make it just a little bit thicker. This is actually going deeper into the pores of this little area. That's not right, because this lines up with this. This should be the inside. Okay, so you're basically deciding what part stays closer to your first set of circles. And then you're going to create your shadowing a little bit deeper. Okay. You're giving the illusion of depth by creating these different values as they get darker and darker, going down into these little holes, these pores. But always remember to blend once you get finished, it will look rather amazing. But you always want to make sure you're blending. Okay, now your next set is to create some more. Okay, once you've decided where you want your lines, basically I call them bridges. You decide exactly where your bridges are going to be and how they're going to work. So you want to make sure that they're crisscrossing each other and going into the next hole if possible. And see, this one kind of lines up here, this one goes that way, so it's not going to go anywhere. This one goes here, this one ends up going into that direction. So now you will need to make sure that the area that is not going to be touched by any bridge is your darkest area. So I will do a sample starting up here in this corner, and because it is so pitch black, we can use a charcoal color or several layers of pencil, and we're going to fill them in completely dark because nobody can see inside that particular area. If by any chance your pencils do not collide with those areas, or your charcoal doesn't collide because of the pencils, just erase your pencil section and it will make better contact with your paper. Okay, you're starting to see it. Now, there is no right or wrong on this. Okay, now you can fill in all of that area. And once you're done with that, I'm going to use this blending pencil so I don't get it all over me. And yeah, it kind of blends out some of the chalk, but it does help blend in the pencil area better. Okay, now realize that this is going to be the edge of your circle. So you do want it to have that layered look to it. Now the next one that's underneath it should almost be as dark because that is your bottom layer. Okay, now that we've gotten this, the main thing you want to keep in mind is that the further away it is, the darker the shadow is going to be, and you can decide just how thick it's going to be. If you have a shadow that shouldn't be there, you need to fill it in. So this should not be here because there's no piece there. You will need to use your eraser quite a bit to find all of the pieces that go to your bridges. And you want to make sure that the further away it is, the darker the bridge. Now to me this seems easier than doing it the way that I had originally started doing this. Okay, so now it is your turn to do all of the others. And take your time. You are going to have light that covers over the top of these other pieces, or shadow, I mean. Like here, you're going to have it dark right there. Okay, so that you're able to see the difference. Okay, you want to make sure that you're getting all of the pieces in there. Use your finger to erase or to blend, and then where the very top pieces are, they're going to get the most light, so you want to actually pull them out and just barely give them that little bit of color on the edge that you first started. So this one is going to be getting some light right here in the middle, but not so much on the edge because it is being covered over. This one too is getting some extra light. And this one too. Now, you can use a blending stump, or you can use a blending stick, which I'm using a blending stick to get the finer areas. And I'm pulling them in on each other. See, this one is rather dark because it is the bottom layer. Alright, so now you're going to work on the rest of yours, and when we come back you should be able to see it finished, and we will begin our second set for color. Good luck.